Hey folks, it's Dave here, and we're back replaying the 1979 football playoffs using Game Winning Drive Football. And I got this at Downey Games. This is a drive-by-drive game where you roll some dice to determine the outcome. And I got my colored dice today. I got my Tampa Bay, who's wearing the orange and white today, and I got the Rams in the yellow and blue. And that's all I had for a Ram helmet. I did order some off of eBay, some retro helmets, so I'll get a better look here. But for right now, we're going to have to use the new Ram helmets. So we are in the divisional round right now in Tampa Bay. Now let's show you what happened in the wild card round in my replay. So as you can see, in real life, the Eagles defeated the Bears, but in my replay, it was the Bears over the Eagles, so the Bears go to Dallas, and that's why the Rams are here in Tampa Bay, actually a week earlier than they were in real life. And in the American Football Conference, Houston got by Denver in a squeaker, 29-22, and both of those games are available to watch on my channel if you want to go back. That Houston game actually was a really fun game as well. So we're going to kick things off here from Tampa. First things first, we're going to roll to see who wins the toss. And it's going to be the Rams with the 4 and the 3. So the Rams are going to kick things off. So LA will get the ball first here on my score sheet. And I want to thank my friend Ron Juckett from Retro Sports Network. Check him out. He does a lot of fantastic games on his channel. To recommend going, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to roll the 4 dice, and that's going to tell you who scored and the result. And he suggested I go one roll at a time, and that's what I'm going to try today. So hopefully the one roll at a time will work out well. So here we go. So it's the Rams first. And now how this game is played is that, see the points scored here, and then the turnover, and the same on each side. So I will roll for each team, and if the dice number falls into the point scored, that means they drove down the field and scored. If they didn't, then we find out if it's a fumble, punt, interception, punt, or a missed field goal. So there's all kind of variables in this game as far as the drive goes. So we need to roll first. The dark dice will be the 10s, okay, in each. And the lighter color dice will be the single number. That's how we determine our roll. So the Rams with the ball first here. And, okay, so if we look here, too, so the punt and the kickoff, we don't have to worry about that. Those are blank, so kickoffs and punts are going to be assumed fair caught or touchbacks in this game because neither team has a chance to return it. So that's a little bit easier to play, actually. So the Rams, they get the ball first. And it's going to be Vince Ferragamo with it, trying to drive his team down the field. No go for the Rams. That drive falls short, and they're going to have to kick this one away. So the Rams, on their first possession, are going to punt this away to Tampa Bay. So we're going to knock a few minutes off the clock. I use this just to kind of, for more cosmetic than anything else. But it does, because actually here what happens is you have 5 possessions for each team in each half, and then the half ends is how it goes. But this gives you a little idea where we are in the game. So Doug Williams with Ricky Bell and Eckwood behind him, Giles, the split back here for Tampa Bay in 1979. And Buccaneers, boy, they can't get anything going all. This is going backwards for them right now. And they're going to have to kick this one away. That pass was almost picked off by the Rams. As you can see, a 35 would have been an interception, but they rolled a 34, so they get the punt away safely, and the ball goes back to the Rams. So no score right now after 1 possession each. Ferragamo under center. Good-looking drive here for the Rams. He's driving them down the field, and the drive will stall, though, and they'll have to settle for the field goal. So the Rams get on the board first with the field goal. And that kick comes from 54 yards out. That is a long kick back in the day. But the Rams, they lead this one now 3-0. So Tampa Bay goes back on the offense, trailing now 3-0. Doug Williams under center. And he's got things cooking now. They get up over in midfield. They're in field goal range right now. And he draws back to pass. No, he's going to hand it off. And Ricky Bell up the middle, 24. That is a touchdown run for the Buccaneers. So Tampa Bay now goes up 6-3 on the run by Bell. Now we're going to see if they can tack on the extra point. And 64, it's no good. It's no good, a 64, so the extra point is no good. And you wouldn't believe how many missed extra points we've had in this game that I played so far. And so Tampa Bay is going to have to settle for a 6-3 lead on that drive. So the Rams with the ball now here as they come down to the final drive of the first quarter. Ferragamo now trailing 6-3. He lines up his team, and Tampa defense is going to hold. And they're going to hold them to a punt. That was almost picked off and went off the fingers of one of the defender. And that's how the first quarter is going to end. So we go to quarter number 2. The Rams with 3 and Tampa Bay with 6. And it's going to be Tampa Bay ball here to start the second quarter. Williams under center. Looks over at Giles, gives him a little wink. I wonder if that's going to happen. And it's a 35, so the drive goes nowhere for Tampa Bay. And a 53, and then it's going to punt this one back to the Rams. So Tampa Bay comes away empty here to start the second quarter. Ferragamo leads the Rams out. He's got Tyler and Bryant in the backfield with him. And this is not a good drive for the Rams. Buccaneers defense is really stingy today. And they pick it off. A 44 is an interception. So the Buccaneers intercept the ball. A chance to run it back. So there's if they roll 11 or 13, they have a chance to run this back. And, oh, it's a 50, and 51. So they do not get the interception return for a touchdown, but they do get the ball back, and they do have it in good shape. So we got about 9 minutes to play in the half. Tampa Bay now with a great chance here. Now, if you look, after a turnover, see that 11-24, that becomes 11-34 just for this drive. So for this drive here, we have an advantage because of the turnover and the good field position. So Williams now looking to add to this Tampa Bay lead here in the divisional playoff game. And 56 does not do it. Not a good drive by the Buccaneers after the turnover. And 26, they're just going to kick it back to the Rams. That's a punt. Not a very good writer here at this angle. Get this down to about 5 minutes to play. So we've got 5 minutes to go in the half. Ram ball. They trail 6-3. Ferragamo trying to get something going for the Rams. Not happening. The Buccaneer defense is just too good today. And they're going to kick this one away back to Tampa Bay. So Buccaneers, with 2 minutes to go, trying to mount a 2-minute drive here at the end of the first half. Williams takes a look around, and he's going to take the snap. And this is a good-looking drive for the Buccaneers. They're in scoring range right now. And a 41, he drops back, the pass floats it in the end zone, and that is a touchdown to Giles. So a TD pass by the Buccaneers, and they now lead this one 12-3. Now, you can't go for 2 back in 79, so we're just going to try to kick the point. So the Buccaneers, right at the end of the first half, go in and tack on another TD. The extra point this time is good. The extra point is good. And so at the end of the first half here in Tampa Bay, it is 13-3 for the Buccaneers. We don't really have a halftime show for you, so we're going to roll right into the second half. So third quarter, we're going to reset our scoreboard. And as you can see, LA won the toss, and they had the first possession. So Tampa Bay now comes out with first possession in the second half. So leading 13-3 over the Rams, a chance to go to the conference championship on the line today. Williams can't get anything happen here to start the second half. The Rams defense hold. That is a 65. And that will be a punt for the Buccaneers. And so the Rams have it now. We take out the Ram dice. And LA, their first possession of the second half, they trail by 10. And that's a 46-0 going for Ferragamo. Buccaneer defense very stingy today. And that is a 13. That is a fumble. So they fumble it. That's the second turnover of the day for the Rams. Buccaneers job that football loose. They scoop it up. There's a small chance of returning that one. And 26, no, it doesn't get it done. But Tampa Bay with the ball here in the second half with a great chance now to take a 3-score lead. So Buccaneers now with 11-34 chance after the turnover. Tampa Bay trying to put this one away here in the third. Williams under center. And this is a good-looking drive and a 25. Because this bumps to 34, they got a scoring drive happening here. Tampa Bay looking to tack some points onto the lead. And he goes back to pass, and he hits Giles one more time. A 55 touchdown pass for the Buccaneers. So put 19 on the board for Tampa Bay. Extra point pending, so the turnover cost them this time. And Tampa Bay cashes in. That's 2 passes to Giles by Williams in this one. And the extra point is good. So the extra point is good here. And that makes it now 20-3 for the home team. Time ticking away here in the third quarter. A couple of possessions left. Ferragamo trying to lead the Rams down the field. No, the Ram offense is just not happening today, and it's another fumble. Tampa Bay, that's the third turnover of the game for the Rams, as the Buccaneers defense coming up huge in this one. No return, so it's just going to be Tampa Bay ball, but fantastic field position for the Buccaneers here at the end of the second quarter. So we got 2 minutes of third quarter, right? 2 minutes of play in the third quarter. Tampa Bay ball. They just cashed in with a touchdown pass after the last fumble. I'm going to try to make the Rams pay here. Williams, a 34. And again, because we tack on 10 to the 24, 34, they just squeak it in. They're moving in for the score. And a 14, they're going to hand it off. Ricky Bell in for his second touchdown of the game. That's a touchdown run for the Buccaneers. Tack on 6 more, and this one is getting away from us in a hurry. Extra point attempt here is good, so the extra point is good. Tack on 7 more for the Buccaneers, and they're running away with this one here in Tampa, 27-3 as we move to the fourth quarter. I'm wondering if the Rams even have enough possessions left to get back into this game. So Tampa Bay tacks on 2 touchdowns here, so 14-0 for the Rams. And the Buccaneer defense holding strong here in Tampa Bay. So LA now with the ball. Only a couple possessions left, and they need to make things happen in a hurry. Ferragamo can't get it to go. Buccaneers hold again. And 25. This time it's a punt. They hold the Rams to a punt. And Tampa Bay will get the ball back. They're just going to try to kill some of the clock here in this fourth quarter. So Tampa Bay with the ball. Williams under center. And this time the Rams hold, and that might have saved the game for them, at least for right now. And a 16 is a punt. So they get it back to the Rams. So the Tampa Bay defense, if they hold here, this may do it. So we got about 8 minutes to play in this game at Tampa Bay. 27-3 Buccaneers. And a 24 is no. The Rams cannot convert. And a 51 is a punt. So the Rams punt this back to Tampa Bay. And that should just about do it here in Florida. We're down to about 5 minutes to play. I could call it 4 minutes to play. Tampa Bay on offense here. It's their last possession at 24, and they drive down for more points. And a 32 is a field goal. So Tampa Bay tacking on 3. How long was that field goal? And that field goal was 34 yards. Not very long, but 34 yards. And now this lead is insurmountable as Tampa Bay will advance to the conference championship, either home against Chicago or on the road against Dallas. one last possession for the Rams. It's all kind of academic at this point, as you will. They don't come out with anything. And if they're going to fumble it again, so that's another turnover. I think that's 4 turnovers for the Rams in this game. And just for fun, we'll see what happens. And 41 is nothing. And that's going to do it. So the final score, we'll count it down. The final score here in Tampa Bay, it is Tampa Bay 30 and the Rams 3. So in the fourth quarter, let's see. So we tacked on just a field goal, I think, up here, right? So that would be 3-0, and so that would get us our 30-3 final. So the Rams are eliminated, and Tampa Bay moves on to play in the NFC Championship game again against either Dallas or Chicago, and we'll have that game coming up later on, as well as the AFC games, as we have Houston and San Diego and Pittsburgh and Miami left to play here in 1979. I'm Dave. I hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you so much. Have a good day.